Hey everybody, welcome to this new Zoe video. In this particular video, I am going to be facing an Azol in silver and gold elo, so for you to have as a reference. This is a really good game that I played, and I want to show you the reasons behind my decisions, so you can also pick those up for your future games. I took Electrocute, Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, Treasure Hunter, Scorch, and Mana Flow Band for this game. As you can see here, I just missed a bubble, and well, that can happen to everybody. So don't worry about that if it happens to you. I mean, I just messed up there. Here I tried to land an E to Lux, but it was unsuccessful. But it was a good attempt. And as you can see, we got a kill. Our Camille got a kill, so we have advantage at the beginning, which is really good, especially if we can capitalize on that. But this is silver and gold elo, so most of the time your teammates are not going to be capitalizing on those things. So even if you win an invade, you need to be careful in these elos, because you can never trust your teammates enough. As you can see, as I started the game with E, I am being very cautious with the way that I am farming. I have missed a couple of minions, but I'm just trying to farm using my auto attacks. Even though now I'm level 2, right? I use my Q every now and then. But you should be fine just farming with your auto attacks, especially in this matchup. Try to go for last hits as much as you can. Just like that. Use your passive when you can for farming. There, we just lost one of them. It happens. Here I'm using my Q, my passive. Now I use Ignite, E, and this guy is pretty much screwed. I wait for the cooldown of my Q, and Azol for some reason stays there. Maybe he thought that he could kill me, but you can see that he couldn't. Now Warwick comes to the rescue and does something that you can only see here in silver and gold elo, which is, you know, diving me, trying to get the kill. Completely unnecessary, actually. So now I'm 2-0. And as you can see, I haven't done anything especially good. You see, I'm just not making mistakes. And that is precisely what you have to do in silver and gold. You just have to exist and do not make mistakes. So just wait for the enemy team to make their mistakes, and you're going to take advantage of them. And one of the best advices that I can give to a silver or gold player is that you need to be patient. Because sometimes I know that it feels great having kills, being fed early, but sometimes you just have to be patient. Just let them get impatient. Okay, we continue farming. We have an advantage, and we're not doing anything weird. We're just continuing farming normally. We're respecting Azol, even though we have an advantage and we have a lost chapter, but we're just respecting the enemy. Because remember, we don't want to make any mistakes. Okay. Not the best example of farming in this game, but you know, if you're playing in silver, gold, elo, it's not necessary for you to have perfect CS. Now I just come down to bot because I saw that there was a fight going on. And here I kind of steal a kill from Jinx, which is not ideal in higher elos. But if you're playing in silver gold, it is okay to take the kills if you have faith in yourself. Because remember that you could help your teammates get fed, but you don't really know, or you can't really trust that they will actually take advantage of that. So that's one of the things that is also important to consider when you play in these elos. If you have the chance of taking the kills and being selfish in a way, I do recommend that. Especially if you feel like you can mark the difference. As you can see here, we landed a bubble and then a Q on Azel. So we dealt pretty good damage, almost half his HP. So now Azel has to respect me, and I am pretty free. If you take a look at the CS, Azel has 41 and I also have 41. Because when I went down to bot, I tried to do it so as I didn't lose any CS. I landed another bubble just to be annoying because Azel was resetting there, so I just canceled his reset. And that is extremely annoying. If you have the chance of canceling somebody's reset, especially when they are in a vulnerable position, just like Azel right now, I also recommend you doing that. It's especially annoying. It is tilting. And you mess up with their tempo. As you can see, I'm staying here and Azel is still not back and he doesn't have TP, so he cannot really come here. You're not going to stay for that plate, never, because you're not going to take it on time and because you didn't know where Warwick was. Now we can see Warwick, of course. I was resetting, but I cancelled my reset as I saw that Warwick was going to contest the boy grabs. So I tried to help Bai. And by helping Bai, we now have 3 boy grabs. And I eliminated that threat. The only bad thing about that is that I had to stay. But it's not really that bad in this specific scenario because my mana is not that low. So I can afford staying a little bit longer. But I'm not capitalizing on my advantage. Because I have a lot of gold and I only have a lost chapter. But sometimes you have to do those sacrifices. Okay, now we go base. Remember that Azel is one of those champions that can struggle in early game. But if you give them too much space, they could make a really good comeback in late game, so you have to be careful with that. You can see that the enemy Ornn is pinging me. They're getting quite tilted. And my Jinx is also pinging me for some reason. I have no idea why. The Drake is up. My Camille is doing pretty fine. My Bai is also doing fine. In these scenarios, you can see that if you take a look at the map, the enemy bot lane is standing in a really convenient spot for me. Because if I push this, I could go there. Of course, it depends. It depends on what your plan is. But if I wanted to go bot, I could have done that. Here I just use the Solari and I get an easy kill. I mean, at this point, I have so much advantage that it is really difficult for me to screw up. I have my Ludens, and I also have 2 stacks on my Dark Seal. I've got boots. So, Azel is pretty much done for. Especially because I know how to take advantage of my advantage. So that's how you scale. You try not to make mistakes, You try to take advantage of the enemy's mistakes. Oh my god. We're gonna do as if we didn't see that kind of miss. Okay, I'm just gonna go down. Kind of help my buy with the Drake. Now I can do this freely because I pushed my lane. So it was easy for me to come down. Now I try to get the minions. I'm gonna lose a couple of them here, I guess. Yes, I lost some of them. And now we could have reset there, but I think I have other ideas. Warwick is up there, so I have to be careful. At this point, in this elo, you don't necessarily need to know all the jungle paths, what they're doing, and everything. But you do need to take a look at the map as many times as you can, so as you can see where he's going or where he currently is. Now in bot lane we have a very big fight. Azol is there and we saw Warwick going down, but I am not going to go because my teammates were next to the turret and because I have the chance of taking the first turret. And this is free gold. Ornn is coming to defend this. I'm just going to walk and I'm going to go through the jungle. Ornn is not going to come because he's really afraid. I landed that bubble. Wow, that was totally unnecessary. Okay, that was kind of troll. Yeah, do not do that. I just wasted my flash. I think I thought I could kill him. And I was very close, but it was completely unnecessary. I didn't need that. So yeah, those are the mistakes that sometimes can lose you a game. So it is important to be critic about the things that you do wrong. Also to acknowledge when you do something good. So in this case, I openly say that I did something stupid. At least I have Ignite. So I'm going back to the lane with Ignite. I see that Aurelion is top. So that's why I'm pathing towards top. Because my Camille had to reset and the wave is in a very uncomfortable place. So Camille noticed that I rotated and did an excellent job by recognizing that I was going to come top and she went mid. Now, sometimes in silver and gold elo, your teammates are not going to realize that when you rotate, they have to go to your lane. If that happens, you just let them stay in their original lane and you don't waste time explaining that to them or writing to them. Okay, Ornn is there. We're taking some enemy vision here, that's great. Helping by with the boy grubs. Ornn is somewhere around there. But I am here to protect top. Now my Camille was in the boy grubs and Azol was able to take one plate. Not the best, but it is okay. I come back mid here. Most of our turrets are healthy, so we are in a great position. As you can see, Camille saw me coming down, and Camille is going back to her lane. You see how I control? Well, that was a very good E. Wow, that was really good. I am impressed by myself here. Yeah, I got impressed by something I did. It sounds really egotistical, but I really did. Okay, look at the damage. I mean, at this point, you cannot be stopped. I have 4 more levels than Lux. So it's kind of impossible for them to win a fight against me. Especially if it's 1v1. 1v1. My Camille died to Aurelion. Not really good news. They're pushing mid. So I decide to go base. Makes no sense for me to go walking back to mid, especially because Bai is there and she can defend. Because we still have the turret. Also, Yana is going there. So, not really need to go back to mid lane by walking. We see that Jinx is rotating top. Great. Camille is going to go bot then. Or she should. I'm not sure what Camille is doing. We have Herald. And we also have a Drake. I think I landed that? No, I didn't. Okay. Camille is... Okay, Camille just used TP to bot for some reason, but that's okay. That is okay. Another thing that I can recommend that you do, especially if you play in silver and gold, is that just don't use your chat. Just deactivate that, deactivate the chat. Wow, that was a good E. Am I going to kill him? I think he runs away. Even though I could have killed him, if I grabbed that flash, if I exchanged that flash for my exhaust, I could have flashed there and I could have killed that Aurelion 100%. Okay, now I use the flash. I missed the E. I mean, the Q. I basically stole that kill. But as I was saying, if you can steal kills, just do it. Because you know that you will perform. But you don't know if your classmates, I said, you don't know if your teammates will perform. Okay, I killed Aurelion, you see. I killed Warwick, even though it was a kill steal. And now, Kaylee missteps. She doesn't respect me. She thought that she could kill me. And maybe she could. But I was better. So, just take a look at the KDA. I am 10-0. My teammates are doing fine. And that's all that you need. You don't need them to, all of them, be fed. You just need to be fed yourself and know how to take advantage of that. And also move across the map, especially if you're playing mid. Because as you could see, I went top, I went bot, I stayed mid when I had to, I helped in objectives when I had to as well. So you're in the middle. You need to be active. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Completely unnecessary, I think, to flash there. Or maybe it was necessary. I don't know. Wow, that was a nasty E. That was a nasty babble. Oh my god. The way I played this game. Yeah, that is another advice that I give to Zoe players in general. If you're a Zoe player and you're a beginner, I'm sorry. Try to get some new angles for your bubbles. Because sometimes the enemy is not going to be expecting that. So you can use the bubbles in really creative ways. There I just stole the birds from my jungle. I'm being extremely selfish, but it is worth it. You can see how much of a difference I make in this game. So yeah, you can let yourself be selfish if you're helping out, if you're being the winning condition. Because I know that sometimes there are people that like taking the gold, like the waves or the jungle camps, and they're not performing well. When that happens, your team tends to fall behind because you're not capitalizing on that gold. I landed an E there. We couldn't actually see, but it landed. I also dealt some damage to Ornn, and Jinx took the kill, which is fine. At this point, I don't really need more kills. Like, look at my items. I have Shadow Flame. I've got Ravagans, and of course I have my Ludens, and 10 stacks on my Dark Seal. Now, Dark Seal, in case you're wondering, you want to build that when you feel like you have a really good advantage, especially during the first, 10 or 15 minutes. That's when you decide to go for Dark Seal, because you know that that you're gonna get kill. You're gonna get kills, and you're gonna get assists, and you're going to be able to stack that item. But if you're 0-0-0, not convenient. For example, in this game I got 2 early kills, so I went for Dark Seal. That's why I decided to build it. Here I landed a bubble to Ornn. I jump here, I use my ignite, and I just wait for him to die. Lux did not have her W, so Ornn was screwed. Caitlyn is pushing top, but that's actually not going to do anything. It's their desperate attempt to try to win the game, or try to have some counterplay. You see how Aurelion sees me, and he goes away instantly? Now, Warwick and Lux are close. Lux did something really dumb there. And now she's gone. That was my Shadow Flame doing the work at the end. With the burning. 15-0. I mean, I'm just carrying this game. Like, there's no other way to put it. My teammates are doing fine, as I said, and that's all you need. You need that your teammates are doing fine. No more than that, in this elo at least. In other elos, maybe you need them to perform well. But in this particular elo, you have to be the protagonist. And another factor that helps a lot is that Bai is actually doing the objectives. So I do not have to be telling her what to do, or pinging her where to go. Now, as I said at the beginning, as this is silver gold, do not activate the chat. It's completely useless. It's just for you to get tilted. Because if you feel like you have a good knowledge about the game, it's not necessary for you to discuss with teammates that you feel they don't understand the game as much as you do. You just have to stay silent, ignore, and well, win games. Because when you know how to play the game, you can tell. You don't need to write that down. You don't need to say anything to your teammates. So try to deactivate the chat. Probably you can activate it again when you get to platinum. Maybe there you can just use the chat to give your teammates some advice. But as for now, this is the result. Okay, 17-0. You can see that this was a really good Zoe game. You can see also that I finished my Magi's. And well, you typically don't do that if you lost the stacks of the Dark Seal, so be careful with building Magi's. Sometimes it's better to just sell Dark Seal, especially if you have died and you have lost some of the stacks. Sometimes it is better just to sell Dark Seal and to go for another item. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something from it. And well, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.